Yellow, and welcome back. So let's change our price range min max here to the range that we were talking about in the previous video. Now what we will do is, because we've already built a system where we are expecting values in this min and max to work with our URL there, because we're already expecting that to happen, what I will do is just hide these controls, and then when I move the slider, it updates the numbers in here instead. I think that'll be easy enough. That way, when we say search, on the other side we get exactly, the function gets exactly what it expects, and here the viewer only sees what they need to see. So let's add those sliders here up top, these ones, before we hide these, so that while we are changing the numbers here, we should see the numbers update over here. So yeah, now I have loaded the raw index page here. This is index.html from the same, from the default pages here that are still in here. You can find it somewhere, I'm sure, from the original template, but this is index.html. And what you need to do, just search for 600, because that's the number we're looking for there. Yeah, there we go, $600. Okay, so you can put whatever values you want here, no problem. Put your currency, etc., etc. So we have this label price range. We don't really need that, but it's important to note where the event listener is. Otherwise, we're going to leave out important things. So let's see where the event listener is. It's on the slider horizontal. So where is that? Slider. I can't even see. Okay, so let's look at this one. This one says price range, and then there's a title price range. Let's see if that is inside or outside. So there's price range over here. Where does that start from? Wow, quite far from what I was expecting. That's indeed very far. Price range, okay. But the event is here. Div where text, and then the next div. So let's find that, which is this one. And then the event is somewhere in here, which I really can't find. This is weird. So it seems the other content is added by the JavaScript. Anyway, no matter. Let's carry these guys and see if they work in our system. So copy that, and let's go to our slider include, and right up top at the price range, let us add just below it here. Let us add our new entry like so. Okay, so hopefully the jQuery will respond as intended. Okay, so it seems everything is working fine. Look at that. Price range, goodie. So we don't need these two babies here, but let's see if we can get them to update with this. Yeah. That shouldn't be hard. So what we can do, we have this div here, and where is this is the thing right here. So if you change this value, so let's change it to 1000, shall we? Let's change it to 1000 here as well. Save, and then let's come back and refresh. You see that it's 1000. So it goes all the way to 1000 now, like so, which is good. Okay. Now, it seems the content with the price, the price range there. Okay, 1 second here. Let me inspect the element. So we still have this this slider. So this event here, so this is being added dynamically, I'm guessing, because we can't see it, but it's here. So it's being added dynamically by jQuery, which is not a big deal. So all we have to do now is figure out what we can use here. So if I click, let me see the events that are running. So there is mouse over, mouse out, and mouse down. Okay. So as this moves here, I want to know what events are actually running on this thing. So the event is on the, wait a minute. Let's find something more useful here. I'm going to click on the tooltip. All right. So tooltip here. Okay, so let's add the slider here. Let's add the event listener there. So back down here, and where are we? Search Inc. I think I have gotten lost here in translation. Okay, there we go. So right here, let's add a few event listeners. Now we can add them down there, but yeah, maybe let's add them from down there. Let's do it the proper way, shall we? So I'm going to look for this class, well, or I can add my own class here and say price range, like so. So let's copy that. And let's come down here and add some JavaScript. So script, yes, there we go. No need to put that though. So let's write a function here and say change price. I don't know, let's just call it price range, just to keep things in order. Let's put the E for the event so we can use that. What I want here is just to do a console.log, just so we can see things are happening here. So price range, I want this to check, let's do this function. Let's see, exit price range, like so, E, so that we can stop things, price range. Let's add this one as change price range. Okay, good. And then let's add one more function here. We're going to say mouse, one more function. I'm going to add a variable here, because the important thing here is we want to we want to only, actually we don't even need the mouse down event here. We can just adjust these as we go. So it's just here that we need to change things. That's all. Mouse move. Okay, so let's see if we can add a mouse move event here. So what I will do here is I'm just going to say add, let's say var price range is equal to document dot query selector, and let's do dot price range, like that. Okay, so we grab that item, oopsie, and then we add an event listener here, price range dot add event listener. And what are we listening for? Let's listen for the mouse move. I think it's okay to just generalize it. I was going to add very specific functions, but I think it's a waste of time. So let's just do change price range like that. That's the function we will run when that happens. So console.log price. Let's just do that so that we can see if we are active. So I will refresh the page and go to my console. Okay, so we have a few errors. These are blocked fonts, I guess, which we don't really require. So price, as I'm moving this, I can see the numbers increasing there with this price there, which means it's actually active as I move that. So it's okay to keep updating it as long as the mouse is moving there. That's okay. Okay, so we are good there. At least we have that information, but I want this information to land here. So what do we do now? So let me inspect the element and grab what I want to grab from here. So I would have loved to have this information come from this data value, but it seems we're out of luck and I don't want to mess with jQuery or whatever is going on in here. So let's look for the tooltip, shall we? So I'm going to look for a class named tooltip inner. Now, if I have multiple versions of this where I'm using the price range for the price and for the quantity, of course there's going to be two of these tooltip inners, right? But I want to search using the event there so that I only get the specific one. But the important information is that this is the class we are looking for. So let me just copy that tooltip inner copy so that we can get that data from inside there. So what I will do is use this particular event so that I know that whatever item I'm getting is from within this div. So let's say var tooltip is equal to, instead of using document, we're going to use e.target. I think let's use current target. That way we make sure that it's the one that has the event that we are talking about. Query selector. Where is that? Selector. And then let's use that class. Don't forget the dot there, tooltip inner, like so. And once we capture that, we can get the inner HTML of it and put it here. So tooltip.inner HTML, like so. So let's see if we are grabbing the correct data now. I'm going to refresh and let's see what we have. Okay, so as you can see, we have the price range there. And oh, now you see there's 250, 450. This is the default value. Now I get it. I kept wondering what that was for. So if we go back to the, actually this is the same page. If we scroll up a little bit here to where we have this, we can set the price range, the default price range here. So maybe I'll start at $20 to 500, like so, and save. And then you can use the step here to see what step they will use in the range when they are sliding. What will be the step? So you see that has changed the default value, price range. Good. So now if I hover on this is what I get, 20 to 500. Let me do that. So you see the numbers keep pouring in there, which is good. So all we have to do now is to split this via this full stop and get this number here and get the other one as well, like that. Okay. Or we could use a regular expression, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. But actually, let's do that. So let me go down to here. So we do have the correct data here. So I'm just going to assign that to a variable. I'm going to say var values is equal to, and I'll put values in there, like so. So what I will do is split this. I want to get just one of the values. So I'll say var parts is equal to value dot split. Is it split? I have no idea. Let's split using the full colon, like so. And then what I would do is get parts 1. So I'll say parts, the first one. Let's see if that works. So the idea here is that we split the string here because we know it has a full colon in between. So we can split it in two using that full colon. And then the first part will be the minimum and the second part will be the maximum, presumably. Let's see if we have that right. So I'll do that, and it's saying value not defined. Value is not defined. Well, that is true because this one is supposed to be values like that. My bad. Refresh. We are back. Okay, so we did get the correct value there. That's good. However, it had a space in there. So let me just make sure I trim it like so. And let's see if we haven't lost anything. I will refresh. And there we go. Split values. Okay, great. We are doing good. So now all we need to do is capture our own min and max and then feed them this information. So here is price range, right? So we have our min and max right here. So what we want to do is look at the class and mention that this is min price and the other one is max price. So space, put that and put a max on this one, like so. Min price, max price, good. Let's come down here and finish the job, shall we? So here I want to capture a few more items. Let me just do this. Actually, let me go up here. Let me do this. Since there's going to be only one min price and one max price, so I can use document here, .query selector. That way I can get things from the document itself like that, and then convert this to max, min, price, and of course max price. Where is this? Where is this? Max price, like I thought. Okay, so here we go. Min price underscore price, and down here we'll go for max underscore price. Goodie. So we have captured these, and all we need now is to update their values. As simple as that. So I'll put min price dot value be equal to parts 0. So we move this brother over here, and there we go. We can duplicate that line and just change this to a max, of course. Let's put max there and change that to a 1. And we don't need the console.log anymore. Okay, pretty good. Now we don't forget to trim these guys, just to remove the spaces, trailing, and because these are strings, so you don't want those spaces there. So let's see what's going on. Yeah, so as you can see, once I hover, the values are there, and as I move, you see the values adjusting accordingly. This way, this is good because we have the same interface on the other side. When we say search here, let me try this search here and click search. If you check inside here in the URL, we have 300 minimum. We have a proper max price there, which is awesome. Okay, pretty good. Now all we can do is hide these two because we don't need them anymore. We can hide them. Let me come back here and let's do that real quick. I will come to this. We don't really need the labels here like this. And then all we can do here is say value type right here where it says type. Instead of number, we're going to do hidden. Oopsie. What's happening here? let's put hidden like so, and hidden on this one. Very good. Awesome. Let's refresh. And now we have just the price range by itself. So let's see if we can get a proper price range here and see it reflect in there. So here I have 230 to 720. Let's search. Boom. 220, 720. Awesomeness. Yeah. Very good. Very good. So we're going to do the same thing to quantity in the next video.